At precisely 10 a.m., in a quiet seaside village, something happened. Something unexplainable. Something unbelievable.
There's a lot of pregnancies, much more than would normally be expected. All the pregnancies seem to date from the day of the blackout.
Oh no.
Now, this town is about to discover that looks can kill.
There have been a few casualties. I should say, accidents. That might be related to contact with the children.
My daughter was involved. Who are they?
They have one mind that they share between them.
Father,
Let us pray.
you've been discussing us with Dr. Vernon. What did she tell you? You're hiding something.
The police can't do anything to stop the children.
Get out while you can.
Something so much more powerful than we'll ever be.
What are you gonna do?
The only thing that we can do.
You can't stop us, you know. Don't try.
Wake up!
Well, this app totally works.
Hey everyone.
Hey, we're finally back, dude.
Yeah, we're back. Well, we weren't gone for very long. I apologize if I sound like I have food in my mouth, but I have food in my mouth.
You do.
Aside from being a stoner, Dick Sassy is a great cook,
Thank you.
and he made a damn good, tasty sandwich. I normally don't like my bread toasted, but it actually does kind of work with this whatever you put in
This time it was lightly toasted. I didn't want to get too toasted. I hate when that happens. Let me tell you, it pisses me right off.
Now, we're not popping any dogs today because we've actually been well drinking with beer and tequila.
Those dogs were popped
Oof.
a while ago.
While we watched the cinematic classic of the 90s, the last movie that Christopher Reeves did
With Luke Skywalker.
with Luke Skywalker and what's her name from Crocodile Dundee?
The mom from Luke Was Talking.
Christy Alley.
Oh, you're right. The chick from Crocodile Dundee. She was
Yeah.
totally in that. You're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, from the title, we watched Village of the Damned. Hey, Sassy, how was your movie experience?
I gotta say that was my fourth time watching it, all the way through.
Fourth time like today, right?
No.
How
Fourth
many?
time in a week. 1 week.
That's still a lot.
It's still a lot, and
That means Monday. They'd be like, you watch it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
that better mean that anybody listening to this, you better be grateful, because I seen that movie back and forth, and that's one of John Carpenter's best, and that's saying something.
Oh, he's just being an asshole.
Yeah.
No, this is not a good movie.
They Live was a masterpiece.
Yeah, They Live was a masterpiece.
I love They Live.
Yes, it's actually a really good one. That's probably one of his best, right?
Probably it's like probably up there with like Escape from New York and Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Now, is it just me or John Carpenter? Did he have something to do with the Freddy Kruegers?
Not necessarily. No, but I mean like Wes Craven. Where Freddy Krueger came from was that he heard about people in Korea having nightmares and kind of waking up and being scared to death. And then he came with the character of Freddy. When he was a little kid, he saw this drunk guy walking down the street with the hat and the sweater, and he stared at him.
That's crazy. It must have been like had a bad aura to
It could have
you up that bad, right?
But so Village of the Damned, man, this is not a good movie.
No, not in the. You know how we make fun of the other movies and we're like, oh, blah blah. You know,
but we love this bit and this.
Yes, this movie is. If you guys want to know how never to act in a movie, this is it. You watch this, do your homework.
Yeah.
Be like Christopher Reeve, guy who played Superman. He didn't even phone. He phoned it in. Everyone phoned it in. I think except for Luke Skywalker. He still kind of put his.
He had drunk face on half of that movie.
Yeah.
This movie.
Oh, they all did. They had drunk face, coke face. Yeah. Well, Christopher Reeves always has coke drunk face.
Oh, leave him alone.
How do you think that horse thing happened? No,
fuck off.
Let's leave that alone. All right, let's just say, you know.
Right. So This is 1990.
Don't drink and drive.
94. This is 1994. Village of the Damned. I want to say.
My brother was born that year. It's a good year.
Yeah.
Village of the Damned and Eddie was born.
Sounds awesome. Now, here's what I want you to think about: is that somebody in Hollywood suggested let's remake Village of the Damned, which is a 1950s movie.
I'm guessing it was John Carpenter.
I don't know. I guess. See, guys like Carpenter have always been the sort of outsider of Hollywood. Like, Hollywood wants them to do their movies, but then he'll be like, I'm going to do your movie my way.
Yeah.
And there's be no notes.
That's why it's Hollywood.
Yeah. Pardon me. That's a tequila pop.
Mm-hmm.
But, just, who wanted this to be remade? The original was never a big deal.
So, I'm going to go out on a limb here. A very, very long limb that's going to probably snap. I'm thinking maybe Christopher Reeve kind of dared John Carpenter. He was like, yeah, I'll be in your movie. Just let me know when it gets done. And then John Carpenter's like, a week later, calls Christopher. He's like, script's done. And Christopher's like, fuck, under his breath. And he's like, all right, I got to do it. And then he calls up Luke Skywalker. He's like, look, dude, you remember my other movie that you loved? He's like, yeah, I do. It was a gem. He's like, all right, well, I got another one for you. And bam. So we got Chrissy Alley in this movie who plays a know-it-all.
Later.
Yeah, she plays it. So Chrissy Alley, Look Who's Talking, Cheers, and absolutely nothing else. So she plays a know-it-all in this, and she's fucking, her acting is...
She's like the government
bad.
scientist.
Yeah. I think she's like one step above Science Magazine, and somehow she's like calling all the fucking shots in this whole pile.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna let's break down the plot, because this plot is so fucking thin to begin with, and then they tried to add like a cool spin on it. It didn't fucking work.
No.
All right, so one day in the nice little town of Midwich.
Yes.
That's what the name of the town is called. Out of nowhere, there's this shadow. This they call it. You hear whispers? Did you hear that whisper?
Yeah. That was the critic speaking.
Saying, "Stop it, John!
Yeah.
Stop it,
John. We've had enough."
We hear this thing, and all of a sudden, everybody just passes out.
Yeah.
You go back past a certain point in the town, you pass out. So, like, they've got this perimeter around the town, being like, "Hey, no one can go past this point."
It's like certain bars in Boston. You go past a certain area, and you go into those bars, and you're a single woman. You're bound to get, pass out.
Been to many bars in Boston, Rich?
I have.
Yeah.
Mass.
Well, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So all this happens, and then, after like 4 or 5 hours, they all wake up and they're like, huh, what happened? All the animals, all the women, and there's the funny thing, you brought it up, and I totally thought, like, they probably won't do that. In my head, I'm like,
Yeah.
We're not going to do that. Where you talked about there's the guy with the hot dogs.
Yep.
Explain it.
Okay. So in my opinion, John Carpenter, they have this little ongoing joke where, like, at the beginning, she's like, so who's doing the barbecue? And she's like, oh, Ernie, or whatever the fuck his shitty name is.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, great, I love burnt hot dogs.
But
And then, like, this is John Carpenter's, like, when they see it a second time, they'll get the joke. And then later on, you see Ernie, he's dead. After everyone passes out and wakes up, there's Ernie dead in the barbecue with all his burnt hot dogs.
and he's all burnt up too.
He's burnt up with those.
Yep.
So if you like burnt hot dogs, get Ernie to do them. In this case...
Get the joke? Get it?
It's like, oh, wow, if I remember 20 minutes ago, I would have remembered that fucking joke.
Yeah.
So that was John Carpenter's, like, high five to himself.
Well, now that happens, and then so it's just like they wake up, and all of a sudden, like 12 women are pregnant. No, I guess basically like 20. I'm trying to remember how many kids there were, but like there was like 6 kids, or there were 6 males, and there's 5 females,
Yeah.
and they're all these uber special alien kids, and that's who they are basically. Is they're like. The whole you never get like an explanation as to who impregnated these women. It's just like, oh, it was like aliens or somebody, because that's why they have magic powers, because they're the hybrid of aliens. And yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Like, they could have, like you and me. And right now, we could do a part 2. We could do a part 2, make it way better, way funnier. Just because I know that thing's way off.
I was saying.
Oh, no, it's a Roku clock. Roku is full of shit.
All right, go on.
And a liar.
Restart.
Okay. So basically, These little motherfucking kids, you know, are okay. So, like, are they evil? Are they aliens? We don't know. It starts out with a dark shadow coming over the whole land.
Yeah.
And you hear these whispers. So you're led to believe right away, maybe this whole thing is like Born of Darkness. Then later on, we see this take of this little, what was supposed to be a girl for the little boy at the end.
Yeah,
David.
the one baby that died at birth.
Yeah, the little kid David's supposed to be like, his one is supposed to be the one that we see in this tank.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like some shit out of Independence Day. There's a little alien sitting in a little chamber. And they're like, oh shit, that's the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the one that looks like an alien. None of the other ones came out like an alien. And we never touch on any of that. It's kind of just like, oh, other things are happening. Let's get past this fucking shit and not answer any of the 5 questions we just brought up in this one scene by showing you that.
See, to me, that's a problem, that there are a lot of unanswered questions / scenarios. Like, okay, David in the story, David is on his own, so to speak, because he doesn't have a partner, you know, like all the other kids have. They each have a partner, which is why I guess that's why they're so non-emotional, because they can be with each other.
Or maybe John Carpenter was so controlled. Was he ever married?
Probably, but I don't know.
All right, let's just say for shit's sake that he was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking maybe this is his way of saying that my wife controls my every move in life, because like he made it like her eyes, all the little girls like this. There's like the main chick who controls them all is a little girl.
Yeah, Mara,
and she's like the one who controls all of them.
Yeah.
And so I think that's maybe John Carpenter's way of like begging for help. Like, my wife's controlling my life. Somebody help me, save me.
It could be because in the original, the big baddie little kid was a boy.
There you go.
But like, here's my thing. Check this out. So because he doesn't have a partner, he's able to feel emotion.
Or maybe his hand starts talking to him at an early age.
Oh,
David, I'm your one.
Masturbation jokes are great at any age, right?
Yes, they are.
But like, you know what's funny is that these kids, they murder out of emotion.
They do.
So like, the drunk janitor who like his
Red from Back to the Future.
Red from Back to the Future, and They Live. He hits one of them with a broom.
Pretty funny.
And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna kill you now." See, they try to play these kids off as being emotionless, but like they do have emotions. They have the evil emotions.
Yeah, I'm right.
So how is it they have the evil emotions, but yeah, they're superior? Like, I don't fucking get it.
And then none of them have a fashion sense. Like, they act a little Nazi-like, but none of them are wearing any cool leather or boots. They're all wearing shitty old school like clothing, white hair.
Well, you know, it's Minnesota or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know where these.
Those little evil kids should have been like, "Don't you know?" at the end. You know, maybe I'm wrong.
I would have loved that if while they're like killing Kirstie Alley, they're all, "It's time for you to die, don't you know?"
Yeah. Oh, geez, that looks painful, you know.
Yes.
Oh, there it goes, cutting deeper.
Saying that Nazi got reminds me. Do you know that Nazi haircut video has like over 20,000?
Oh,
yes, it does.
Yes,
I know.
Yes,
I know.
That's cool. So Kayla, Miss Sassy, throws out a quick thing. We have a video up on YouTube. Nazi haircut.
Let's be clear though. This was a joke. None of us are Nazis. None of us believe in like white power type thing.
None of us are Nazis.
Nine of us. None.
9 of us.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 of us.
Yeah.
But we had a video where like I lost the bet. I had to have a Swazi.
That was Mr. Rogers, and he's never welcomed into our house again.
I love Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Fuck
All right,
yeah.
come on, let's just can it. Ready?
Start from the top.
All right.
So Miss Sassy talked about a certain video that's online.
Yeah. Nazi haircut.
Nazi haircut.
Which is, by the way, it's funny because when I was this is funny. I was searching for it, trying to look for it.
Yeah.
Look for it under your name, Chuck's name, my
name. It's on my account.
Then I didn't. Well, I had to ask Chuck, and he told me, and I found it. I was like, it took me forever online to find it, so I just asked him real quick. And then I found it. But it has over 20,000 views. It was one of the hardest things to find, and yet you type in Nazi haircut, and all these other ones with very few views come up. They show you, the Nazi haircut, how to get the haircut from Fury, how to get a Nazi haircut, how to cut your hair like Hitler, how to. I'm like, wow, these are specifically racist.
Yeah.
And I didn't ask for that. And then ours is titled Nazi haircut. It should be the first one that comes up.
We're getting off topic, but we're going to get back on here. What always made me laugh about that video is that, like, I posted it, and if you see the earlier comments, oh my god, how dare you, you're racist, go to hell.
That's why I try to find
and then it'd be like the actual skinheads being like, white power, da, da, da. And I'm like, don't you guys get it? It's a joke. The guy that's shaving my head is Mexican.
Well, half.
All right. Back to...
The other half is German.
Oh!
You should add in the soccer sounds.
I will.
But yeah.
Village of the Damned. So, the villagers of this movie, they're very scared because these kids can control people with their minds. And we see it in this horrible eye effect, which I never understood why they did that.
Which is why I want to do a part 2, because I really think it'd be easy. I think you slap some white hair on us, I think we should be those kids who grew up. Say, hey, we're all burnt. We didn't die in that fire, that explosion. Nice try, but my mom is too powerful. I'm still alive, but I'm horribly burnt. So I want to be a burn victim with white hair. I think it's a good comedy.
We'll see.
Just help me with my dreams here.
So that's how the way the story basically goes until Christopher Reeves figures out he can block.
It's actually just Christopher Reeve.
I'm sorry, Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
He figures out a way to block these kids' thought power until he finally he gets a suitcase full of dynamite and just kind of like wards them off. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile,
he's a doctor, by the way. Where did he get the dynamite? Quick question. Anybody?
No. There was a bit where he went to like a sporting goods store.
Dick's Sporting Goods also carries dynamite.
They used to back in the day.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Diamondite.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
They used it for specific hunting methods when you had to hunt big game.
Like humans?
Like the most dangerous game?
Like moose or bear.
That sounds like an Ice-T movie.
That was called Surviving the Game.
Yes, it was. It was, anyways, dynamite.
Dynamite. So he gets the dynamite, and, he wards them off. Crocodile Dundee chick gets her son back at the last second, and then, boom, they die. Humanity is saved.
Yep.
So now I've got some questions / comments I want to share with the world and with you, Sassy. Okay, for one, there's a scene where Mark Hamill as the priest is getting ready to kill Mara with a sniper rifle.
Mark Hamill is also Joker and Luke Skywalker for those people listening to us and who don't know.
We do love him, yes.
Yeah.
There's never a breaking point where he's like, we have to kill him. Legit. The last scene we saw him in before was he was at like a funeral and he was doing that whole God made us in his image.
Yeah.
And then just the next time he's got a little bit of a grizzled beard going on and he's pointing. And I'm like, wait, why?
He's having thoughts of like a shotgun in his mouth.
No, that's somebody else. That's Patton Oswalt's wife.
Are you sure? Pretty sure he blew his own brains up with a shotgun.
He did, but he had no thoughts of that. He was getting ready to shoot.
Oh, so she saw it, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Mark Hamill, the priest, is getting ready to kill the kids. Out of nowhere, they're behind him, and they just make him blow his brains out. But there was no breaking point. You never saw the priest go from I'm okay, I'm not okay, let's fucking kill these people. It was just, I'm okay, let's fucking kill these people.
In the movie earlier, after that chick fucking blinds herself,
yeah,
or the kids make her, that's kind of like one of his breaking points, I suppose. He goes, it was those pesky kids or whatever the fuck, right?
Yep.
And they're like,
but that's not enough for me. That's not enough.
But I think that was John Carpenter's big way of being like, yeah, it's the kids and the priest knows it and he's out to get them. That was a big...
It kind of is, but he is such a small character that when they make this transition, this build-up, there's nothing to it.
No, absolutely nothing to it.
It's just...
Maybe he just wanted to play a priest, because,
maybe?
Maybe that's his fetish, he's into altar boys, because his wife in the movie...
You always go for the worst.
I do. And his wife in the movie looks like fucking Peter Pan.
She does, yeah, she does.
Creepy, right?
And she does the same thing, where she goes from, not having any role or any lines to all of a sudden is leading a mob with torches to kill these kids, and she's speaking like she's out of the Bible. Does your eyes see like our eyes?
To be honest, if I was going to lead a mob with torches, I would be speaking out of the Bible. I don't want you guys to be like, well, there goes Rich, and he's pretty coherent while he's leading that mob with torches. I want me to be like, and he set forth. I want you guys to be like, well, Rich has lost
Rich
It's
has
official.
lost it.
Yeah. And then join me, because if not, you're not a true friend.
But there's all that. And what's funny is that we don't actually get why these kids are evil until the third act.
Well, they're like evil aliens, because, we were not sure. Like, the movie starts out with a dark shadow, of course, moving over.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we see this fucking alien baby submersion. So it's like, oh, I guess it is alien.
Yeah, that's supposed to be thinking that they're aliens, but like...
So what's the dark evil shadow and whispers?
We spend about a good 30 minutes, maybe more, in this movie, in the middle, just showing the kids being basically bratty with superpowers. So, like, there's the example. There's the lady who's doing an eye exam, and she accidentally puts the wrong chemical in...
Acid. Sulfuric acid.
That was not sulfuric acid. It was just...
It was right next to the clear eye for dry eye.
It was not labeled acid.
Yeah.
It was just, but we're supposed. It's in a red bottle, so that's supposed to show us. Okay, that's not supposed to be something you put in a person's eye.
But it was right next to the eye drops.
Yes,
and she put it in the little girl's eye.
And that happens. Bam! Oh my God, she's in pain. Help her. Well, the kids then come in, not realizing that it was an accident. Just fucking blind the bitch.
And I'm with the kids on that one. I am.
You're not helping me.
I'm not. But let me tell you. Those kids, they taught that doctor a lesson. One thing I can't stand is shitty doctors, and hey, you don't have to worry about that doctor filling out another prescription.
You know that doctor, they said was blind when it was over.
Did they?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, how about this? Here's a better example. So Mara, as a 1-year-old, her mother feeds her soup that's too hot. She throws it on the ground, but then, with her powers, makes her mother put her own hand in the extremely bubbly hot soup.
So if you really want to get into it, Mara's a racist, because both women who are, like... She killed her mom, who was Asian.
Yeah.
Or Oriental, I should say. And the other lady who blinds herself is Oriental.
She was, yes.
So I think Mara does not like Chinese people.
Maybe. She doesn't like Oriental people.
Oriental people.
Maybe.
She's like, oh, Mom, hey, nice eyes. Fuck your hand up. Next lady, Oriental. You want to fuck with my eyes? I'll fuck with your eyes. Blind.
It could be, but like, from the everyday goer viewer of this, it's supposed to be that these kids are just acting out of childish fear.
I know.
But then, all of a sudden, that's cut off when we finally have a dialogue scene with the kids. Which, by the way, is my favorite scene in this movie. When Christopher Reeve talks to them about...
By the way, who was ripped off from an Oscar for that scene.
Oh, sure, whatever. He talks to them like adults, and they talk like adults.
I don't agree with you. I think that adaptation is the key to survival. Cooperation, and symbiosis, and compassion.
Why do you think your own survival depends upon emotion from us? Should we pity you? Empathize with your plight?
You should feel! You should feel something! Without feelings, you're nothing. You're just second-rate mimics of a higher organism.
That's right, a higher organism. We're your superiors in our capacity to love. And without compassion, you're a doomed species.
So, like, wait a minute. Why are they acting like 5-year-olds with superpowers and all of a sudden talking like full-grown adults?
That was some disclosure shit, in my opinion.
What do you mean?
Okay, so, anyways, I'm not going to go... Well, I am going deep. But anybody who wants to dive in the same deep realm, I advise you guys study what bloodlines are. That fucking movie goes so creepy deep. She's like, basically telling them, look, we're at war with you guys, all right?
Yeah.
So this isn't going to end until one of us is dominant over the others.
Yeah.
It will be us.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, well, this is a pretty fucking sick sport since you guys already know you're going to win.
Yeah.
So there's really no point to this.
He goes, that's a cruel sport.
It's a cruel sport.
It is.
So is horse riding.
Oh!
But we know who won that one.
You are a dark fucker.
That was for Christopher Reeve.
Oh, you are an asshole, my man.
I'm just trying to keep you real. Sorry.
But that's my favorite scene because he kind of actually breaks down and there's actual acting.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just I'm gonna kill you kids. No, like I want to see some fucking passion. And that's probably the last passionate scene we saw out of Christopher Reeves. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. Probably.
He didn't really do any acting after that because of the
accident. He did that one made-for-TV movie after he was paralyzed. He played like some sleuth detective who was like paraplegic. I think he did one movie.
Quadriplegic.
Quadriplegic, you know. Yeah, he did one. He did one movie, I think, when he was a quad.
I never saw. Well, if
You didn't see it?
no.
Oh, it was really bad.
See, the last thing I remember him being in, besides like being interviews, he was in an episode of Smallville, where he wasn't Superman, obviously, but he was there to be like
the
this.
shit you say.
He was this Stephen Hawking's like doctor that was telling Clark Kent,
Oh,
"You are not from this earth."
That's really funny. Clark's like, I know. You cannot walk.
Dude, you do realize you're going to hell, and it's straight up,
Yeah,
you're going to.
yeah.
I'm making a movie about hell, and all my inspiration's coming from you.
Thank you.
Because you're going to hell. But like that's the here in 10 seconds. A bunch of kids are born that are evil from aliens.
Yeah.
And then the town kills them. That's it. That's the whole plot of fucking the Village of the Damned.
Not really even the town. Pretty much the town gets slowly picked off, and Christopher Reeve kills him.
Yeah.
We had to rely on good old Superman again to do it.
We did.
Well, he took himself out with it.
He did. That's kind of a baller move.
It's a baller move, it is. He was like, you know what? Gotta do it.
All right, Rich. Where does this movie kind of like scale for you on the Carpenter level? Like, where is it? What's above it? And what's below it?
Okay, I just said, let's see. So, I think that Escape from New York and L.A. are above it.
Okay. Which is, again, funny because a lot of people don't like L.A. I'm like, I think L.A. is fine.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I appreciate the basketball scene.
Me
Steve
too.
Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
He's in it. I like them flying around on those horrible hang gliding. Yeah. Looked like something out of Batman and Robin.
For some reason, it would take them longer to drive.
Yeah.
How?
They Live is definitely the number one John Carpenter.
So what's below Village of the Damned?
Shit. Hard to say. Name off some more John Carpenter.
The Thing. Oh, good Lord. Body Bags.
God, The Thing. That was a horror. I thought it was a piece of shit. A lot of people liked it.
Really?
A lot of people liked it because of its whatever graphics and shit.
It was very crazy. All right.
He did a lot of. He did another one with Kurt Russell too, didn't he?
Big Trouble.
Big Trouble in Little China is definitely above it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
hell yeah, that movie's awesome.
So I'm gonna have to say The Thing is below it, but I know John Carpenter did a lot of movies.
He did a few other movies, like he did Halloween 2. There's one or two other movies. We don't have internet right now, so we're not trying to like go looking for his IMDb page. But to be honest, Village of the Damned is probably the lowest on my level of Carpenter movies.
Yeah, it's down there.
Yeah, like
that's why it's on here. It's why it made our list of bad movies. Honestly.
Oh! He did Memoirs of an Invisible Man with Chevy Chase.
Also, I don't like Chevy Chase.
I don't either.
So it's pretty funny. It's really got to be down there. I got to watch
that. So would you say it's Village of the Damned and then Memoirs? Or is it Memoirs then
Just
Village?
Because it's Chevy Chase, it's going to be below this because I enjoy making fun of this.
Yes.
And watching
this movie is very enjoyable in a making fun type of way. Yes.
Yeah. No, the other one's not.
But I mean, okay, let me ask you this. Number one, do you recommend this movie? Number two, name a movie you would recommend besides this movie.
Okay. I don't think I could recommend any of the movies we see unless people are movie buffs and they just want a good laugh and they're just sadistic as fucked up, maybe as us, like when it comes to movies. Then yeah, sure, go ahead, watch it. You ain't got shit to do. If you're thinking about it, ending it, and you have a hollow point in your mouth, watch the
hollow points.
Watch this movie before you do it, then make up your mind.
This of all the movies we watched so far, this has probably got to be the most unenthusiastic. Like there was nothing about this movie that number one helped anyone's career, didn't make any money. And we really didn't like it.
Yeah.
There's always been something about a certain movie we watched so far where it's like, oh, well, it did this.
At the very beginning, also, I gotta say, it was very fucking chaotic and sporadic. The whole weird Panavision thing, the way they're moving around and flying around, was very, like, chaotic as fuck.
What are you talking about?
They had, like, you know how, like, they back in the day, like, now we could do it with a drone, and you could do a cool-ass flying shot. It's really, like, it's easy, it looks cool, GoPro. They have these stabilizers on it. Well, It seems to me they must have paid like 10 grand back in the day for that shitty helicopter flying shot. It was embarrassingly shaky and bad. I was like, just cut the fuck away.
Isn't it funny how everybody who drives in a car and crashes just explodes in this movie?
Yes. Well, most movies, I think, leading up into 2000s.
Yeah.
Then they stopped.
That was always the thing. I remember specifically watching The Last Action Hero, where Arnold Schwarzenegger is in the real world, and he shoots a cab thinking it'll blow up. Nothing fucking happens.
That was funny.
But just
you mean a famous comedian, Arnold Braunschweiger?
Arnold Braunschweiger! Arnold Braunschweiger.
Yeah, that's good sense.
All right. Well, this was fun, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we watched this with, like, beer goggles on, just like, this is so dumb. I really do kind of wish, though, that Christopher Reeves had ended his movie career on a better movie. Not to say that he wasn't horrible in this, but this movie just was not worth his salt.
It could be. Don't quote me on this, but maybe he was thinking about this movie instead of The Jump.
The fuck's The Jump?
The horse jump, the infamous.
Oh, you fucking asshole! You stop bringing up his paralyzation. The man's dead.
You really thought I meant something else?
I did. I thought like was there some prequel to Jumpers?
Definitely not.
Oh, you jerk!
And if there was, it'd be Christopher Reeve deciding whether or not to.
Oh, you jerk!
Anyways, I wrote some good skits because of this. So
I hope so. You piece of shit.
Yeah, if I'm gonna go to hell, it's gonna be for some fun. At least when I get there, Satan's gonna be like, "My man, we had some laughs, we had some tears."
Now here's your anal rape.
Yeah. Get in that room with the pineapples.
You walking, talking son of a gun. All right. Well, don't watch Village of the Damned. If you want to watch a good Carpenter movie, watch Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York or LA, Halloween. I'm actually not a big Halloween fan.
No, me either. I'm not.
It was so bland. It was a guy in a mask that fucking never said shit. He killed people.
Yeah, I think if I was gonna redo those movies, it would be I would just get fucking the old guy who they Shatner. I would just get Shatner since he's using his face anyway. Go on a fucking murder spree. Yeah. Shatner kills a bunch of people on Halloween because he's sick of it. His career's going nowhere, and everyone's like, "Holy shit!" Shatner painted his face white. He's killing people. He started with the Star Trek members. And then
he started with George Takei, who hates him.
And then he's gonna work his way down to the new ones. He's gonna go, "Oh, you little pretty young faces, you guys all think you're better than me." Well, he's not gonna act that good, but you know what I mean.
All right, well, let's go ahead and call for tonight. Don't watch Village of the Damned. I don't recommend this version or the 1950s version either.
Anything, yeah.
They're both boring as fuck.
Yeah. If you want
kids are never scary, even when they have fucking superpowers. They're not. They're not scary.
No, but if you want to see scary people with white hair and colored eyes who will creep you out, just go and
watch Powder.
Oh, I was gonna say, just go and hit up any of your local albinos.
There's that.
Try and look them in the eye without, Yeah.
All right, guys. Bye.
Very, very eventful.
You're welcome.